Good morning, everyone. This is Herb from World of Walt coming to you live from Disney's Animal Kingdom. It is a beautiful, sunny Saturday morning, and I've got a fast pass for Kilimanjaro safaris, so let's go check it out. Walking by the recently remodeled Flame Tree Barbecue, one of my favorite quick service restaurants, where now there's some additional covered seating, which is kind of fun. So if you are in the mood for barbecue, this is the place to go. Flame Tree Barbecue. Ribs, chicken, pulled pork. Hard to beat that. Paul, good morning. Thanks for being here. All right, we're going to swing around the Tree of Life, head back to Kilimanjaro Safaris, and keep my fingers crossed that the internet connection will hold up. Tim Peterson, thanks for being here. The official, unofficial marketing manager for the Pin of the Month Club. Or is that the official, unofficial? Official, unofficial? Not sure. But Tim's a big helper with Pin of the Month Club, so thank you for that. Russ Reeves is in the house. Russ, thanks for being here on a Saturday morning. Russ and I have just completed some more podcasts that are coming your way in the future. So if you have not subscribed to the Apple podcast for World of Walt, check that out too. Jeffrey, good morning from Baltimore. Beverly from Delaware, thanks for being here. It's like a presentation about parrots over here. So we swing by the Tree of Life.
So we can bring up those wild population numbers. Because what we really want to see out there in Bolivia, in South America, is skies filled with macaws for many generations to come, just like what you're about to see here.
Danielle, thank you for sharing the video. Appreciate that. Got some birds in the sky. Nancy asks, how is the video so stable? I keep meaning to create a page about this, but I use a gimbal, which is a handheld stabilizer. Kind of looks like a handle that connects up to the phone, and it keeps the video nice and steady. Got it on Amazon. It really helps a lot. Blake, favorite park? Great. Karen's got 49 days to go. Passing by Pizzafari here on the left. Coming up straight ahead is Creature Comforts, also known as the Animal Kingdom Starbucks. Jerry from Pittsburgh, I think it said hello. Zoe from South Wales, UK, thank you for being here. Live Disney's Animal Kingdom. We're headed back to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Lisa, good morning. Asked what the temperature is. I checked just before I started the broadcast. It's a sticky 82 degrees, and it feels every degree of it. It's going to be up into the upper 80s today. Probably get our afternoon rain shower, which is very normal this time of the year. Julie from Southern California, where it is very early. Thanks for being here. Audrey says Pandora is awesome. I agree. I actually saw it at nighttime for the first time just yesterday. Really very, very cool. If you have been to Pandora, I'd say you haven't really been there until you've been there after night, because the place is alive with color. It's very cool. Sandy, good morning. Monica leaving Illinois in 3 days. I hope you have a great trip. Be sure to bring your hat and your sunblock. It's warm here, but it's summertime, so that's what we expect. Lisa's got 15 days to go. Donna, good morning. Lynette, good morning to you. Hey, welcome to Harambe, everyone. Jody, good morning to you. We will take just a second to stop and see the performers here. Hi, Lindsay from Vermont. Talented. Jasmine from Canada. Happy Canada Day to you. Everyone else in Canada. Tim Peterson says I have to dance. See, the deal is because I'm on the other side of the camera, I can say I was dancing. You just didn't get to see it. It's actually probably for the best. Kelly, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. All right, Kilimanjaro Safari straight ahead. Got the fast pass. Again, fingers crossed the internet connection will hold up as we are on safari. Don't really know what to expect, so we'll give it a whirl. Robin was dancing in her kitchen. One of these days, I hope I'll be able to turn this around so other people can join. And I'm headed to the wrong place. Fast pass entrance is this way. Good morning. Thanks. Holly's asking about the weather. 82 degrees, very humid. It's going to be pretty hot today, getting to the upper 80s. Joe's going to be here in August. Camille said I'm on early. Yes, it is a little bit early. This is when I could get the fast pass, so that's when I decided to go. Trying to do a post on Friday evenings so you know where and when I will be broadcasting. I broadcast most Saturday mornings from somewhere around Walt Disney World. Not every Saturday, but most. Hi, David. Daryl's got 17 days. Tafiki's Planet Watch over to our right. Lynn, Jumbo. Jasmine asks, what is it in Celsius? Maybe someone out there can calculate for us. 82 Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm going to take a wild guess, maybe 27. That's a wild guess. Hey, Mary, thanks for sharing. Leanne says we're going to need a bigger vehicle for everyone to fit. You're right. We've got a party of 600, please.
Josh, come here.
Joe says thanks for streaming. Glad to do it. Kath has got 13 weeks before her visit from the UK. Lisa says, how is the Flight of Passage? I had a chance to check it out during the pass holder preview, so I didn't have to wait for 2 hours. I had to wait about 10 minutes, really. And I thought it was tremendous. It's a new sort of ride system, which is what I was hoping for. I think the the movie itself is very uplifting, inspirational. You really do feel like you are flying on the back of a beast. So if you have a chance to check it out, I would do so. I would definitely do so with a fast pass, though, because there are still 2-hour timelines, 2-hour waits. Corey from Texas, good morning. All right, we got a bit of a wait here for Kilimanjaro safaris. Debbie said 82 Fahrenheit, about 28 Celsius. So thank you for checking that out. Brenda was a fan of Flight of Passage. That's good. Carla likes the videos. Thanks for joining. Okay, looks like the consensus is about 27 or 28 Celsius here. Teresa says, is it crowded? It's still pretty early in the morning. There were a lot of people filing their way into the park. Jill said, Flight of Passage is awesome, hard to explain. It is kind of hard to explain, especially since you load into the vehicle and there's a wall in front of you, and then that wall sort of lifts out of the way. So it is kind of hard to explain, and at least they say no videos. I did find a video on YouTube, so if you really want to check it out, you could do that. Judith said 2-hour wait already. I didn't actually check the wait time for Flight of Passage this morning, but as I've checked it over the past few weeks, 2 hours is pretty normal. Last night, even into the evening, 9 o'clock, it was 115 minutes, and I've seen wait times at 200 plus minutes for Flight of Passage in the Pandora area at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So it is still new and still very popular. Christine says, how long do you think it'll be to even get on with a fast pass? So if you have a fast pass, it's interesting that the queue is still very, very long. So you probably have 15 or 20 minutes of walking, even if there's nobody in line in front of you, because the attraction itself is set pretty far back from where you enter. So plan some time, even if you got a fast pass, from where you enter the attraction till you get onto it. Tammy's got 147 days. Denise 70. Jamie from Houston, thanks for being here. We are in the fast pass line for Kilimanjaro safaris. A lot of people here in line with us. Hoping the internet connection will play nicely today. We'll see. Hey, Julie from Illinois. Denise says, thanks for the live feed. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Nadine just got back. Love Pandora. Safari vehicle going by. Another one. Kevin says, do I think the Flight of Passage line will be long in, I think it was October. I think so. I would think for the first year or two, maybe longer, that attraction is going to have a super long wait. So if there's any way you can get a fast pass, I would recommend it. If you can't get a fast pass, the next thing I would recommend is being at the park before it opens and head straight back there. Jed is a fan of Kilimanjaro safaris. Glad you could join me for our safari today. Kat, good morning.
You got it. Stroller parking up ahead. Please make sure that your strollers are unloaded of children and valuables. We will park your stroller for you.
All right, welcome to the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, everybody. Grace says, am I an annual pass holder? Pros and cons. I am an annual pass holder. There are different levels, some with blackout dates, some without. Because I tend to come quite often, I have a pass holder that for a pass that does not have a blackout. It's pretty, well, it's a lot cheaper than what you have to pay for a vacation, but it's still a lot of money to buy a pass. The thing I love about having a pass is that, and being local, is that it's pretty easy to come and go. So if I want to come over for a couple hours one evening, I can do that. I don't feel pressed to try to get every minute out of every visit. So if you're local and you can afford a pass, I think you would enjoy it if you're a Disney fan. Amanda, thank you very much for sharing the video. Tim with a very smart reminder, do not feed the animals. All right, we're getting close, folks. Here's the loading area for the safari vehicles. Again, don't know how the internet is going to hold up once we get out into the wilds, so fingers crossed for us. Nina says, have I done the evening safari? I did it shortly after it opened. I think they were still making some adjustments. And I also think that safaris are sort of hit or miss. You just don't know what you're going to get because the animals are real. My particular evening safari was, well, it wasn't so eventful, but I don't think that's always the case. Whenever you're dealing with the unknown of live animals, you just kind of, you get what you get. Still, it's fun, and if you haven't done it in the evening, I would check it out. Anita says, thanks for the videos, you're welcome. Debbie from New Jersey, thanks for being here. Stacy shared the video. Stacy, thank you for doing that. Appreciate everybody who shares the video. And everybody who does the likes and the thumbs up. It's a good encouragement to me and a good way to share the video with other folks. My broadcast says we're at 1,600 people, which is about the record that I've had before. So thanks everyone very much for being here. Casey says, keep an eye out for baby Stella. 1,700 people. We may be at a new record now. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate your being here for the broadcast. All right, we should be loading into our safari vehicle pretty soon here. Angela, hello. Stephanie says, evening safari was great for seeing the lions, but other than that, few animals. Yeah, I just think it's sort of a hit or miss. If you haven't tried it, I would give it a shot just to see what it's like, and you may have a different experience. Sandy from Toledo, Ohio. I grew up in the Sandusky, Ohio area, about an hour outside of Toledo, so thank you. Yeah, Jeffrey said we're going to break our record. Tim, too. I think we just have it, 1,800, so that's great. Thanks, everybody. You know, if you enjoy the Facebook Live broadcasts, there's often a menu in kind of the upper right-hand corner that says turn notifications on. So if you'd like Facebook to notify you whenever I go live, go ahead and select that option to turn notifications on. Facebook will let you know. Cindy says she likes the Saturday mornings in Disney. Glad you could be here. Teresa's going to come at Halloween time. Good for you. Kathy said she's never seen the lions. We'll see if we can catch them today. They tend to be pretty inactive, and just depending on where they're kind of lying and hanging out, you may or may not see them. All right, we're getting close to the safari vehicle load area. Hopefully we'll be on there pretty soon. Lynn from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Janice just got back from Disney World. She enjoyed the ride. Very good. Sherry said she's handicapped. I believe that these safari vehicles do have a way to load wheelchairs. Or if you need a little extra time, you might want to double check with someone who's a cast member. But I am pretty sure that you can get a wheelchair in these safari vehicles. Should know, though, that the ride is pretty bumpy. So if anyone here knows for certain, if you can ride the Kilimanjaro safaris in a wheelchair, please let everybody know. Dana said she went on a safari where they had to stop due to giraffes. Yeah, I've occasionally been on a safari ride where they've had to stop. Thanks. Together? No, it's okay. All right, we're getting close. Susan, good morning, and Jumbo, hope you have a good trip. All right, looks like our vehicle is on the way. Chris, thanks for sharing the video. And Ashley from Michigan's got 14 days to go. Stephanie says easy for a wheelchair to get into the safari vehicles. Mark says the safari vehicles are handicap accessible, so great. Thanks everybody for confirming that. Yeah, I would say just make sure that you're okay with being bumped around because it is often a bumpy ride. 2,100 people live on the broadcast. Thanks everybody for being here. Samantha says they can load vehicles, special seat for them. All right, we're watching Jeep after Jeep go by. Here comes another one. Lisa is a fan of Kilimanjaro safaris. Estella, thank you for sharing the video. Appreciate your doing that. Okay.
Hello, baby.
Paula, good morning from Bucks County, Pennsylvania to you as well. Susan asks, is there an extra charge for this ride? No, there is not. So the safari, Kilimanjaro Safaris is part of your admission to Disney Animal Kingdom. Don't have to pay anything extra. Really a signature attraction here. All right, here we go.
Right there, Mason. Watch your fingers.
Looks like we'll have to wait one more vehicle. Dan says yes for wheelchairs, no for scooters. Teresa Jumbo. Alicia, thank you for sharing the video. John has a silver pass. We'll be back in August. Sandra says her friend Stan drives one of the trucks. That's a cool job. I think it would be interesting, all the different animals you would see, how they act at different times of the day. Pam, good morning from Ontario. So after we get loaded in, I will be quiet so everybody can just enjoy the sounds of the narration and check out the animals. I won't disturb the people around me. Tim, thank you for pointing out 2,200 people live on Facebook. Thanks everybody for being here. Susan, thanks for sharing the video. If you enjoy the videos and haven't yet done so, select the little menu in the top right that says turn on notifications, and Facebook will let you know when I go live. Candy says, how long were you in line to actual ride? Maybe some other folks can weigh in. Felt like maybe 10 minutes or so. I had a fast pass, so we probably had a minimum wait. There's still a little bit of a backup for people waiting to board. Ellen, good morning from Kentucky. Ruby, thanks for sharing the video.
Okay, everybody. Welcome aboard, everybody. Watch your step out.
All right, here we are.
Take your seats. Once everybody's seen the words and close those doors on your right.
All right, I'm going to stop talking now. Everybody enjoy the safari.
It's not Santa Ward now, Saint Harambe. Twin day, that's what it means. Let's get out of here. All right, well, jumbo, everybody. My name is Robert. I'm going to be your safari guide on this photo safari through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Just a couple of things before we get started out there today. Make sure you guys stay seated at all times. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck. These roads do get a little choppy. I don't want you guys falling over, getting scratched on some of the long thorns when you pass them pretty close to you on the bushes. Now we begin our journey out here in the interior forest, and the animals that live in the forest love to camouflage themselves against the thick trees and bushes using their highly specialized coats, like the okapi way over there to the right. And the okapi is so shy and reclusive that the Western world didn't know about them until around 1901. They have the body of a horse and the legs of a zebra, so obviously their only living relative is the giraffe. Now way over there to your left, you're going to see a black rhino in the water. Now there are fewer than 5,000 black rhinos left in the entire world. They're poached extensively for their horns, and their horns are made out of keratin. It's the same stuff your hair and nails, what most of your skin's made out of. They're also very solitary animals, so that doesn't exactly help your population. They prefer to live out here in the forests.
Alright, well, we'll look later.
Now,
We'll look later.
black rhinos aren't the only type of rhinos that are poached for their horns. Pretty much every rhino in existence is black rhinos, white rhinos, Sumatran rhinos, Javan rhinos, greater one-horned rhinos. They're all poached for their horns. They're all made out of the same thing. But black rhinos weigh about 3,000 pounds. They have a curved hook-like upper lip, which is actually prehensile. They move around, pick things up, but that's how they forage for food. You call them browsers because they're kind of picky. Now, the copper-colored antelope over there to your right, those are those are bongos, actually. The bongo has those, those cross-shaped horns, which allow them to run through thick trees and bushes without getting tangled up in any low-hanging vines or branches. Now, the kind of grayish-brown antelope that we passed back there, that was laying down, that was a greater kudu. They're about 5 feet tall, and they're the second tallest species of antelope in Africa. We're going to make our way out towards the savannah. To get there, we're going to take a bit of a shortcut through the Safi River. The Safi River is a tributary of the Nile River. It runs right through the interior forest. That's a pretty good spot to see animals like hippos, crocodiles, and pelicans.
Crocodile!
Good, you got that on there?
Now, Nile hippos weigh about 5,500 pounds. They can hold their breath for over 8 minutes at a time. Not over 8 minutes, for just about 8 minutes. But they're nocturnal, so they spend most of their day underwater. At times they will venture out onto the land, though, but this is how you see them most of the day. Now, they are not the best swimmers. They do swim, but not very well. They prefer to sink to the bottom of the river most of the time. They kind of flop and bounce around along the riverbed. The large gray birds, those are pink-backed pelicans. The pink-backed pelican is the smallest species of pelican, with a wingspan of about 7 feet. They're best known for the stripe of pink feathers that goes across their back during mating season, and only during mating season.
No, that's not it.
We'll find it.
Down to the left, those are Nile crocodiles. They're about 20 feet long. They have a bone-crushing bite force of over 2,000 pounds per square inch. Now, they are diurnal. Diurnal means that they're most active during the daytime. They're also ectothermic, which means that they are cold-blooded. They rely on the heat of the sun to warm their bodies up. Now, the savannah is just on the other side of this hill. The savannah stretches across most of Central Africa. It's almost like a super highway to the animals that migrate across it every year, following the rain and the fresh grass that comes along with that rain. And that's out here we're going to see some of the more popular animals you're all probably familiar with, such as elephants, lions, giraffe, cheetahs, and zebra.
Waiting for lots of animals. I don't see. Ow.
Oh, look, David, drums.
And that animal sleeping on ground.
Now, over here to the right,
So loud.
you're going to see a group of wildebeest. Now, wildebeest are also known as gnu in other parts of Africa. Gnu is spelled G-N-U after the grunting sound that they make. And during migration season, herds of wildebeest will number upwards of 2.5 million.
See it, Mom? Right there.
When they're born, they're only given about 15 minutes or so to learn how to run. And if they can't run within those 15 minutes, they are abandoned by the rest of the herd.
Look, Amara, look at the giraffe.
There's a Maasai giraffe over there to the right. Don't worry if you can't get a good after the African tribe that domesticated them around 2,500 years ago. Horns are about 6 to 8 feet long from tip to tip and 20 inches in circumference around the base. Over to your left, you're going to see some African wild dogs laying down. Now, the African wild dog is the top predator in Africa.
See him, Gabe?
And when they hunt, they're successful about 80% of the time. And they'll chase their prey for miles across the savannah until their prey just drops of exhaustion. And it's that endurance and stamina that makes them such good hunters. Off to the left there, there's a sable antelope. Horns are about 2 to 3 feet long and extremely sharp. That's how they defend themselves. When they're born, they're actually, they have a kind of a light honey color to them. As they grow older, they grow darker, so they're almost like a very deep chestnut color. Alright, so back to the Ankoli cattle here. Now, their horns are semi-hollow with a sort of honeycomb-like structure on the inside filled with blood vessels. They'll pump blood up into their horns. Once that blood is cooled off, it actually goes back down to their bodies, almost like a natural air conditioning system. Now, Maasai giraffe have a more jagged and irregular spot pattern, and that sets them apart from other species of giraffe like the reticulated or the Rothschild giraffe. They can grow to be about 20 feet tall, though weigh almost 1,400 pounds fully grown. And when they're born, they're about 6 feet tall, weigh almost 150 pounds. They can run at over 30 miles per hour and they spend almost 22 hours out of their day eating.
Yeah, wow.
I still don't have a spider.
Wow, very cool.
I might
I had one try to get my purse. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, is there one on the road? Oh, get your camera ready because there's going to be one right on the road. Very soon. I think that's the same. Amara, look at this. Look. Look at this, Amara. Look at that. The baby. Look at that. Wow. You see the baby sitting there? That's a private tour babe.
And these giraffe are just going to walk on the road. No, that one's going to stop. They're just going to wait for him to move. We'll get there eventually.
See that, Amara?
this one's actually kind of funny. The one staying in front of us. He's whoa, okay. I don't know what happened to that.
We're stuck behind a giraffe.
Alright. He's just gonna take a sweet old time getting out of here.
He's gonna be over there. Look over there. Look on that side.
Alright. Yeah, he's one of the ones that you'll notice that like the rest of the group of giraffe has moved on and will freak out and run after him. Look over there to the right, the brown antelope with those straight horns, those are Patterson's eland. And the Patterson's eland is the largest species of antelope in Africa. They're about 6 feet tall at the shoulder, weigh almost 2,000 pounds fully grown. Despite their size, they can jump almost 8 feet straight off the ground from a standstill. We're supposed to take a right turn up there, and we're not going to. Because I want to go around the long way. Out here we might see some mandrills, but mostly we're going this way so we can see some elephants. There's one right there, but that's not the one I'm looking for.
Amara, look! Look! You said elephant when I don't even smell.
Well, my last trip out here was a survey run, and I did see a couple of mandrills hanging around in this area, and I don't see them anymore. Mandrills are monkeys known for their very bright red and blue faces.
You back off. Your natural habitat.
Yeah, the road's been closed for like 19 years. So that's one elephant. It's not the one I'm looking for. That one's a little younger. So his herd's probably around here somewhere. Or he's already been kicked out of his herd. So there's a possibility.
It's the bridge.
We have to cross over this old bridge, and I've been across it before. It's really not that big of a deal. So, should take it nice and slow. Okay. No, not today. Well, that happens. Okay, well, everybody okay back there? Okay, good.
Someone fell off.
Look at there. Look at that, Amara.
I'm wondering how did the elephants get over that bridge? They literally walked through.
So the African elephant is the largest land-dwelling mammal on the planet. They're about 8 to 12 feet tall, weighing between 10,000 to 15,000 pounds, and they can consume around 300 pounds of food per day. The average newborn elephant weighs about 250 pounds. And they take anywhere from 9 to 13 years to mature. It's about 9 years for females, 13 years or so for males. Once the male elephant reaches maturity, he gets kicked out of the herd by the matriarch. He'll go off and live by himself, or he'll live with other males in groups called bachelor herds.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Yeah, elephants will not be that on that tree. Elephants will not be on that tree.
Another Patterson Zealand off to the right there in the bushes. These are greater flamingos down here on the left. The greater flamingo is the largest species of flamingo. It's also the palest shade of pink. When they hatch, they have gray feathers. They don't cut their pink feathers until they're about 2 or 3 years old. That's from their diet of brine, shrimp, and krill. Now, brine, shrimp, and krill contains protein called beta-carotene. It's found in a lot of other vegetables and fruits like carrots and tomatoes. Now, there's actually a couple of hatchlings down there, and there's also an egg. In fact, there's one more hatchling there than there was yesterday. So one of them was born either early this morning or late last night. That's pretty cool. So you can actually see that brand new hatchling right there. And the egg is right next to it, to the left side of it. There's a cheetah over there to the left. And cheetahs are the fastest mammals on the planet. They can run upwards of 65 miles per hour. They can only maintain their top speed for about 20 seconds at a time. Any longer than that, they start to overheat, which isn't good for them, but really 20 seconds is all they need. They're excellent daytime hunters. And cheetahs actually have these blunt and non-retractable claws, which are useful for getting a lot of traction on the loose soil out here. There's a lion right there peeking over at us from the rock. Now, lions are nocturnal. They're inactive for about 20 hours out of the day. Now, that is a male lion. He is the leader and the protector of the pride. The female lions are the primary hunters. At night, they'll go out and hunt. The males will stay behind and guard the cubs.
Stand up. Wait, there's two. There's another one. Stand up. You see him? Yeah, there's two. Okay.
Here's the experience.
Wow. Waking up. Okay. Waking up.
There's a female lion there, too.
There's Nala. Is that her name, Nala? Yeah, there's Nala. Sorry.
Now, zebras use their stripes to camouflage themselves with other zebra. Makes it pretty effective against predators like lions and cheetahs and anything else that might be hunting them. Their stripes are kind of like your fingerprints, and no two zebras ever have the same stripe pattern. It's also how they identify each other. That's a white rhino way back there. White rhinos weigh between 5,000 to 6,000 pounds. They're a little bit larger than the black rhino. They also have a wider and flatter upper lip instead of a curved hook-like upper lip. And they graze for food. They don't really forage. They're not as picky. They eat whatever's around them. They don't really care what it is. And they're a lot more social than the black rhino, preferring to live out here in the savannah as opposed to out in the forest.
You can read
Black and white rhinos, though, are poached for the same reasons. A lot of the times most of the time it's their horn, but a lot of the time it's actually for their meat, which is sold into the bushmeat industry. But black and white rhinos are the same color. The name white rhino, we think, comes from the Afrikaans word vite, which means wide, supposedly referring to that wide, flat upper lip. They think their original name was the vite rhino, having just been misheard or mistranslated so many times over the years that the name white rhino just kind of stuck around. Now, over here to the right are some yellow-billed stork. Now, they're about 3 feet tall. They have a wingspan of about 4 feet. They're pretty aggressive. They're also carnivorous. They eat small lizards and reptiles, insects, fish, small rodents, mammals, amphibians, even small birds if they can catch them. Okay. You guys alright? Okay. That's actually how we get you guys off the ride. I just had to hit that a little bit faster and just flings you back out to the floor. It's like an ejection scene. Alright, we're going to head on back to the Warden's Post, though. If you want to see more animals, you can always head over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Over there, you can see animals like western lowland gorillas, meerkats, black and white Angolan colobus monkeys, hippos, zebra, lots of other cool exotic birds and stuff like that. You can also check out Rafiki's Planet Watch. And at Rafiki's Planet Watch, you can talk to some of our expert animal keepers, nutritionists, and veterinarians. You can visit our medical facilities, where we care for some of these animals if they're sick or injured. And our research labs are over there too, where we study these animals on a daily basis. But there's actually so much more for you guys to explore and discover out here in Animal Kingdom. So make sure you guys do that. Have fun, learn all you can, stay cool, stay hydrated especially. It's going to be a hot one today. So drink plenty of water, stay away from sodas, coffees, teas, and alcohol. So all those things make water leave your body. If you're thirsty, you can go up to any stand with a fountain on it and ask for a cup of water. They'll give you a cup of ice cold water for free. Now here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. It's far too final and far too sad. So instead, I'm going to leave you all with a Swahili phrase. That phrase is kwaherini. Kwaherini means farewell. So kwaherini, everybody. Have a great rest of your day out there in Harambe, wherever your travels may take you. Once again, my name is Robert. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you come back and see us again soon, because every safari is different, and the animals make sure of that. Kwaherini, everybody. Have a great day out there. You're very welcome.
Alright, thanks very much everyone for joining on the safari. We'll walk out here for a minute before we wrap up for today. Got to see a lot of cool things on a safari today. Elephants, giraffes, got to see a male and a female lion, some zebras. A lot of stuff going on today, so good safari, I would say. Ann says good morning. Good morning to you. Donna says thanks for a great trip on a Saturday, glad to do it. Ed from Jersey, thanks for being here. Liz, thank you. Kelly says thanks for the live video, you are welcome. So everyone in Canada, happy Canada Day to you. Everyone in the US, wish you a happy Independence Day. And again, thanks for joining. If you liked the video, on the upper right hand corner of your screen is probably a menu. You can turn on notifications so Facebook will let you know when I go live, which is most Saturday mornings. Not everyone. I'm trying to do a post on Friday nights to let people know where I will be. I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks again for joining me. And until next time, God bless. Thanks, everyone.